May 12th, 1629. A time of reflection. On an early summer day with clear skies, Amelia sat on the deck of her parents' cottage and contemplated her next move. She had dreamed of going to university for years, envisioning her studies in the major she wanted and living in her favorite place. Going to school in a busy city would be the change of pace from her quiet childhood home that she thought she needed. Amelia's time in high school was both lonely and fruitful. She would keep to herself and focus on her studies, which at the time allowed her to choose the university she wanted. Her time with friends was heartwarming, though short, as in turn each of them would broaden their horizons and go on adventures of their own. Amelia struggled to fit into her own during this time, and she found herself leaning on the advice and comfort of educational figures at school. Amelia took to heart the life advice from three figures, specifically. The first was Mr. Adberry, whom has been discussed previously. A soft-spoken man with a knack for sarcasm, teaching Amelia not to take life too seriously. He showed Amelia how to not be afraid of failure and to always ask questions, while opening the door of opportunity for many different career paths. Their time spent together went from no words spoken and no eye contact to a mentorship experience that Amelia would appreciate for years to come. The second figure was Mr. Clayden, talented musician and instructor who allowed Amelia to not only enhance her passion for music but to understand the importance of working hard for what you care about. Amelia came out of the womb exposed to music. Her mother and father humming tunes and dancing in the kitchen are some of her earliest memories. When the opportunity came, Amelia felt drawn to the viola, piano, and singing as her passions. Amelia met Mr. Clayden in her final 2 years of school, where she watched a man with similar social patterns as herself lead a room of student musicians to produce a beautiful sound. He pushed her to challenge herself to new heights and advised her with the practice time it would entail. Amelia was able to see where her love for music could take her if she had chosen to accept the challenge. A few weeks before Amelia would leave school, Mr. Clayden told her to not let others break her spirit. The world is your oyster, take it on. The third figure is someone who Amelia had spent time with all 4 years of her time at school. At the beginning of her first year, Amelia, wanting to fit in and make a good impression for her own self-worth, tried out for the soccer team. Having never played soccer competitively before, Amelia spent months practicing and studying the sport before the tryouts 2 weeks before courses would begin. Unfortunately, the incoming team was highly skilled and Amelia would not make the cut. Though heartbroken yet inspired by her ability to work hard to achieve a goal, Amelia was determined to be part of a sports team that year. At an event showcasing all of the winter sports available for new athletes is where Amelia met her future coach and mentor, Coach Acker. Coach Acker was a tall, soft-spoken man with a heart of gold for teaching beginner athletes the art of bowling. Anyone could bowl, but to be successful took practice and skill. For the next 4 years, through blood, sweat, and tears, Amelia found a new love for the game of bowling. She went to practice every day and processed every note that Coach Acker had given her. She went from beginner level to varsity level by the end of her senior year, with the support of her coach every step of the way. Coach Acker not only developed her skills, but showed her that in bowling not every shot you take has to be great, but the strategy throughout the game takes patience. Taking that to heart, she would always appreciate both her coach and the sport. With the spirit of these three figures in mind, Amelia took a deep breath and let out a sigh of relief. All of her reservations for embarking on her new chapter at university were now put to rest. Through the power to look failure in the eye, patience as a virtue, and her lifelong passions, Amelia was now ready to take on her next chapter.